Now, this weekend, Brighton and Hove Albion will be hoping to complete a hat-trick, which actually began in the last century.
Yes, their aim is to beat Arsenal in the fourth round of the FA Cup. They've only ever managed 2 wins against the Gunners in the Cup before. Our reporter Neil Bell joins us from Brighton's Amex Stadium. Neil, the stadium's empty at the moment, but come 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be heaving.
Yeah, this is the lull before the storm. This place will be absolutely rocking, and of course this is exactly the sort of game they were hoping for when they planned and built this stadium, and it really has captured the imagination. But there are Arsenal fans everywhere, even here on the south coast, and as Piers Hopkirk reports, even the city's Green Mayor is unsure whether to turn red or blue.
Hello. Decked in his ceremonial robes, he's one of the best known faces in Brighton. But as the city stands on the brink of one of its biggest football matches in years, the lid's been lifted on his true allegiances. Whisper it quietly, the mayor is a Gunner.
I've supported Arsenal since I was 3 years old, and I can't change it for a day. My disappointment will be tempered if they lose by the fact that Brighton will be in the next round, and I can comfortably support them then.
So there's nothing I can do to persuade you. If I go into this bag of goodies to sport a giant
Any
hand
other day but tomorrow.
There's more to come.
Unless there's a replay, of course.
Just for one day, Brighton and Hove Albion scarf.
I'm afraid not. Not tomorrow.
And last but not least,
no,
a Brighton and Hove Albion jester's hat, surely.
That's a very, very good hat, but it wouldn't go with the mayor's robes.
In the battle of the famous fans, Brighton boast the likes of Des Lynam, Jamie Theakston and Fatboy Slim, while Mo Farah, Jay-Z and Piers Morgan are all self-professed Gunners. So is the green with the red and white affiliations. Is it time for the mayor to turn blue?
This is his city. He's got to represent this city. We're Brighton and Hove Albion. Like, absolutely, time to change.
He's been an Arsenal fan for life, so I think he should stick to Arsenal. Just because he's the Brighton mayor. I don't think so. I say Gunners.
It's about time he decided where his loyalties lie.
You'd like to see him in a blue and white scarf?
I would, yes, absolutely.
Come on, we have religious conversions, we even have political conversions. How about a football conversion?
In all other circumstances, I would support Brighton and Hove Albion. But as you know, the old saying, you can change your wife, your mistress, your religion, your gender, but you cannot change your football team. And all football supporters will know what I mean.
Brighton already have an enviable reputation against top-flight clubs here, but of course Arsenal are one of the Premier League's big four. They've never ever been relegated in the club's history, whereas a decade ago Brighton very nearly dropped out of the Football League. But this is the FA Cup. Reputations mean nothing.
Supporters are waiting to see if
no Brighton supporter will ever forget the 1983 Cup final. The Albion's best ever run took them to Wembley and an epic encounter with mighty Manchester United. And of course, Brighton should have won the match before being outplayed in the replay. Arsenal's cup tradition is legendary. They've lifted the trophy 10 times and have been involved in some of the greatest games the competition has ever seen. They believe it's time they won again.
It has a big importance to me because it's our next game, and we are looking for consistency because we know that that will be the key for us to be successful until the end of the season.
Over the years, Brighton and Arsenal have met 13 times. Brighton lost 9 of those games, but defied the odds twice to win. It's 25 years since the teams last met in the Cup on this very weekend in 1988, and this goal threatened another upset before Arsenal grabbed a late winner. Tomorrow's game will be equally tough.
They got amazing players, and we know that if they have a really good day, it's going to be for us probably very difficult. So we have to be 120% and probably pray for them to have a bad game.
In just 18 months, Brighton have already claimed 3 Premier League scalps at the Amex. Victory tomorrow would rank amongst the club's greatest ever achievements.
We'll see plenty more of that if it does come true. Now, delighted to be joined by the club's chief executive, Paul Barber. Paul, you've worked very hard to get as many people in for this game as possible.
We have. We've added 500 new seats.